Hello and welcome back to the HT Auto channel. I'm your host Shubhadeep, and this car right here is the new 2021 Maruti Suzuki Celerio. First launched in the country in 2014, Maruti has sold 6 lakh units of this car, but with all the updates now, Maruti wants to build on those numbers. Will it be able to? Will the all-new Celerio connect once again with the mass market buyer? All of that in our first in-depth drive review coming up. The bulk of the changes on the new Celerio come in the form of how the car looks from the outside. As you can clearly see, it has a more rounded approach to its exterior design element. Maruti designers seem to have given an emphasis on a sculpted profile rather than sharper elements. That is primarily highlighted by the front bonnet here, which is, as I mentioned, rounded. The front grille here is absolutely new. It gets chrome accents too, and it sort of resembles what we've already seen on the new Swift, which was launched earlier this year. The front fog light casing has also received a design update. There are a lot of changes on the side profile of the Celerio as well. The new car now stands on 15-inch alloy wheels, and really the emphasis on the youthful nature of this car is best highlighted by the blackened alloys that this car now gets. Addition to that are these electronically foldable ORVMs, large windows for the front driver, the passengers at the rear, and now the door angles are also wider for easier getting in and getting out. Another great thing visually is the ground clearance of the Celerio. This actually is not visual alone, because when you sit inside this car, especially on the driver's seat, you have a nice commanding view of the road ahead. But more on that a little later, because right now, let's take a look at how the car looks from behind. The rear profile of the Celerio is more conventional. Maruti describes the taillight as a droplet design. The boot gets the Celerio badge, the Suzuki logo, and the boot space has gone up in size to 313 litres. Now the updates to the new Celerio hardly end on the outside, because the moment you step inside, you're greeted by a dashboard that's been completely redesigned, reworked, and in fact now looks very modern and contemporary. It's primarily highlighted by these sharp lines and the crevices on the main dash, which gives this car its so-called youthful appeal. Now, you also get 7-inch main infotainment screen here. Now, if you've been inside Maruti cars, the newer ones, this won't really be new, but it's good that the Celerio is getting it. It remains responsive to touch and is really bright, hardly reflects much from the outside environment. So, on that count, it scores, well, as high as any other Maruti cars do on the infotainment count. You can control your music, your phone, navigation, and the likes through this screen right here. I have mixed feelings about putting the front window control buttons on the center, just under the infotainment screen instead of on the doors, but well, depends on your personal preferences. The controls for the rear windows are from here, which I'm okay with. You also get parking button here, lock unlock button comes on this side as well. Following that are these controls, very conventional for the air conditioning, and there is a 12-volt charging socket under that, a USB point and an aux port as well. Now storage is something that has been given attention as well. You get a storage space for your mobile phone. We've tried 5.5-inch phones and they fit perfectly here. Cup holders here are good enough for your regular size glasses. There are storage spaces on the doors as well, which easily hold a liter bottle on the move. But take a look at the gear lever here. This has been completely redesigned as well. This one is the automatic, but the manual transmission box has also been redesigned visually and very frankly looks pretty upmarket. Overall, there is nothing much else to report from the center panel. The seats are, as I mentioned in the first impression video as well, really nice, cushioned well, and I mentioned about the high ground clearance, and well, my view of the road sitting here is absolutely fantastic. It's exactly how I like it. I can see where the car is going straight or when taking turns. The steering wheel can only be adjusted for rake and not reach, but the driver display has been updated. It's really large, it's semi-digital and puts out information really well. On the right side of the steering wheel, you get controls to adjust the ORVMs. This, of course, is the top-end ZXi variant, which also comes with engine start-stop and idle start-stop, which helps this car attain its fuel efficiency figures. There is not much to report for the passengers at the rear, except that the headroom is reasonably good. There is more shoulder room now on offer, especially when you compare it to the outgoing Celerio. The level of cushioning from the front seats is taken back to the back seats as well. But the under-thigh support is a bit of a concern on all 5 seats inside the Celerio. There is also a minor thump on the floor bed, which may eat into the foot space for the passenger in the middle. The new Celerio is based on the 5th generation Hot-Tech platform. Maruti claims it is safer than ever, but is it also more fun to drive? Under the hood is the next-gen K10 petrol engine, and while it does groan when pushed, it is typically peppy for city commutes. I drove the Celerio with AGS first, and the transmission box was par for the course up until the inclines of Udaipur came along. But shift it to manual mode, and this baby gets the job done. Over in the manual, it is you in complete control, of course, and the 5-speed unit doesn't disappoint. Short, crisp throws, and Celerio responds near instantly. On straights, the Celerio remains a fun, exuberant runner, and the idle start-stop work perfectly. Want one word for the steering? I'll give 2: feather and light. Personally, this is what I like in a small car, but your priority may be a little different. The braking, NVH levels and body roll are on expected lines, and that's good. But the suspension could have been a tad bit softer to prevent bobbing and bounce on broken roads. There is no denying that the new Celerio now is more youthful than it has ever been. That is from the outside as well as in the cabin. I personally feel the rivalry for this car comes not so much from the other brands, but from its own sibling, the WagonR. That car has been a bestseller, but can this new Celerio now outsell the WagonR? It's a debate and a discussion for another day. For now, what do you think about this car right here and the review? Do let us know. This is Shubhadeep signing out.